Hello and welcome to another cryptocurrency market update as we pick up each week as the story that's going to be going on for a few years, I think, about blockchain and all the cryptocurrencies unfolds and all the investment opportunities and trading opportunities and business opportunities that open up for us along the way. So here's the first thing I check in every week is on Bitcoin, and the most I think reliable chart I've found for as a kind of bellwether for the whole thing is this GBTC, which is an investment trust for Bitcoin. So I think it balances out a lot of the volatility that you see in the individual currency trading, and it's been pretty good so far. I must say it's been quite a reliable indicator. Allows me to look at the whole thing from a chart perspective. Here's the weekly chart, the long-term chart then of this GBTC. We can see how respectful it's been of its 40-week moving average. It didn't get below it, it stayed above it, and then been going up in steps until this recent big blow off here that kind of sent the thing down and did breach its 40-week around there. Before getting back on track, it looks like. But one thing I've been pointing out the past couple of weeks is this line of support up here that was that kind of line in the sand I drew around that $10 mark there that says, look, you know, that cannot be breached. And it did the right thing. It bounced off for the last couple of weeks now. It stayed there, bounced high, and followed up this week, which is really important. So as we look in on the daily chart, we'll see this clearer. But really, this thing is still in an uptrend. It's above its 40-week moving average, and the 40 weeks pointing upwards, not as sillily upwards as it was before, and that's just a healthy thing. But as I look at this long-term chart of Bitcoin now, I say this is still very much a bull market. And we just had a flicker of an amber light for a second to stay alert, but this is still a bull market, and it's going to turn around, I think, just when everyone's throwing in the towel and is saying, getting pessimistic on Bitcoin again. And that's exactly what a bull market needs. It needs skepticism. It needs the dumb money, the late money that comes in, thinks it's an easy ride. The bull loves to throw people off like that before it gets back on track. That's exactly what you're witnessing over the last few months, I think. And here's the daily chart here. Day-to-day action. You can see it much sort of closer at what's been going on. I'm going to draw these lines now so you can see the lines I was pointing out. There's that line around $10, and it bounced off and held that line, which is more important. But other than that, what I was also been warning about recently was the downtrend that had emerged. By joining up those points there, I said, look, it has to get above that wedge. That's exactly what Bitcoin did this week. For a minute there, it looked like it turned around and was going to fail once again. But on Thursday, it bounced up. And on Friday, really important, it followed through. And the whole thing happened on rising volume, as we see right there. RSI looks like parabolic. And this, I think Bitcoin is back. It bucked the trend. It did what it needed to do. And the bull market's going to get back on track now. As we're looking at the individual stocks here, we see the picture of all of them. Let's check in here, and then we see them looking like they're going to retake their the blue line is the 200-day. Ethereum is almost there. There's that blue line getting back on track, and they're all doing a similar thing. One that's been particularly impressive is NEO. I've been put that one on your radar, and that's actually already taken the 200-day. But a new one I want to put on your radar right now is EOS. Look at this cryptocurrency, EOS. That never really got below its 200-day, and now it's really flying. So this is definitely one to keep an eye on there. That's a very strong one to be rising out of the correction faster than all its peers. So I think now is an excellent time to get your shares in your Bitcoin miners. Your sponsor is Bits and Pieces, BITSNPIECES, Bits and Pieces. That's me, that's your sponsor. You go to bitclubnetwork.com, use that as your sponsor, and choose a plan to get shares in your mining. You can get the ones that cover Ethereum as well as just Bitcoin. Remember to change your currency into Bitcoin Cash first, not Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, and you can do all that on Coinbase. So now's an excellent time, really excellent time to get your mining shares if you haven't got those already. there's a couple of stocks I want to look at that are related to blockchain. Remember, because it's not just cryptocurrencies. I'm looking at the whole thing here. I'm keeping you abreast of week by week of every opportunity that I can see, and the whole course of this, what is a massive revolution that's really just akin to the internet. BURG. This is it's got things, it's getting involved more with the blockchain. Its reward system is now going to be using the blockchain. Interesting how it's getting back on track now. And $4, that's one to keep an, gets above that level. It's looking interesting. So we'll keep an eye on that one between 3 and 4. I'm looking for that 200-day there to turn around a little bit there. Let's look at the daily chart. It's just on my radar right now. We can see this is a really interesting picture right here. There's a line of support around 3. So I'm a buyer of this one between $3 and $3.40, somewhere like that, and a stop loss if it just closes below the 200-day. That's a really clean looking chart, and it's involved with blockchain. And the other one is BLCN. Brand new, so we haven't really got much to go by with the charts, but this is one that specifically is going to invest in the new technologies like blockchain and so on, things like that. So there is Reality Shares NASDAQ Next Generation Economy. So this is supposed to be really cutting edge, all the things that I've been speaking about, such as cryptocurrencies, robotics, all kinds of things. So not really a chart there, but that is one that's just going to be riding it all the way. Good ETF to be exposed to. So that's all for this week, and I will speak to you next time.